Proteins. We always hear about them. We're told from a young age that we need them to grow strong. But what exactly are proteins? Are they just in the foods we eat, like meat, beans, and eggs? Well, yes, but proteins do so much more. Defensive proteins, transport proteins, and storage proteins are just a few types that are needed for our everyday functions. Now that you know how important proteins are, it is important to know how they are put together. Proteins are a part of a group called polymers, assembled by monomers. Think of it this way. One monomer is like a piece of popcorn. Monomers, or different pieces of popcorn connected by a string, make up a polymer. In this case, the protein is the polymer and amino acids are the monomers. There are 20 amino acids. All amino acids are made up of one alpha carbon, a hydrogen atom, an amino group, a carboxyl group, and an R group. The R group is what makes each amino acid different from another amino acid. Different proteins have different amino acid sequences, which is what makes each protein so unique and important. So how do these small amino acids build up to make a protein? There are 4 steps: primary structure, secondary structure, tertiary structure, and quaternary structure. Let's start from the beginning. The primary structure is defined as the amino acid sequence. Amino acids begin to link with one another in a chain. This chain is called the polypeptide chain. The carboxyl group and amino group of different amino acids begin to bond with one another. Then the process repeats. Some proteins can go up to over 20,000 amino acids. The secondary structure is defined as hydrogen bonding between the amino acids. There are 2 types of shapes that arise: the alpha helix and the beta-plated sheet. The hydrogen bonds are between the hydrogen of the amino group of one amino acid and the oxygen of the carboxyl group of another. The tertiary structure is defined by bending, folding, and more bonding of the protein. The polypeptide chain is bent and folded at certain sites. An amino acid's R group plays an important role here. The R group can bond with other R groups or bond with different molecules from the environment. The quaternary structure is defined by the subunits. Subunits are made up of 2 or more polypeptide chains. These subunits bond together to form a more defined, larger shape. The bonds between the subunits are not that strong. This means that the shape of the final protein can change by the breaking of these weak bonds. Think about this example. Hemoglobin, an important protein that delivers oxygen to your blood, is made up of 4 subunits. When the weak bonds break, the shape of hemoglobin changes. These weak bonds provide an opportunity for oxygen to bind to hemoglobin. When hemoglobin releases the oxygen, the shape changes back. Overall, different proteins have different amino acid sequences. Amino acid sequences help define certain shapes of the protein. The shape of the protein is so important to its function. Proteins are important in our everyday lives. They need to function properly every day so that we can live normally. So the next time you eat those buffalo wings while watching Sunday Night Football, think about proteins, their structures, and what they do for you.